let's go into the personalization part and give you a brief video demo. So what do you think about when you hear the word personalization? Generally speaking, it's that something is done kind of just for you and your needs, right? And of course, personalization comes in two flavors in a corporate travel world. It comes in the flavor of the traveler, who will be trying to do whatever they prefer, what's best for them. And then for the corporate buyer, who is creating a program loaded with kind of rules, benefits, and capabilities. And what we have tried to do already here in the first iteration is to show very clearly to a corporate traveler what the benefits are that they are provided with. So in this airfare search, you can see that I have an indication telling me where there is a potential benefit on the price in green. When I open up, I literally see in true modern retailing style the saving I'm getting. Just like you're used to on Amazon, right? That this is the normal price, this is what you will be paying. So I can see that I'm being recognized as belonging to this company and getting access to this deal. Suddenly for you, the travel buyer, we can visualize the work you have done when you put your program together and kind of created this for the travelers. Furthermore, when I go to the next phase of my booking, this is one of the most kind of hated areas of the traditional booking engines, my seat map selection, because I'm probably a frequent flyer with special rights in my frequent flyer status, but I'm never able to get those rights in the booking engine. So eventually I book and then I go to the airline.com site or the mobile app. We have cracked that, as you can see here, with a seat map display for the same flights, where I'm here and no loyalty member, and therefore I'm seeing that there's a price for selecting this seat versus over here where there's no price because we recognize the frequent flyer status. And again, to our earlier conversation, when we do the service request to American for seat map, we can tell them who you are at frequent flyer number. So they can give us the seat map information back, and we can therefore project and show accordingly what you are entitled to. True personalization. When I continue, I select my seat and it'll just take me to the completion of this booking and allow me to check out. And even on the final page, I'm actually getting a highlight of the saving that we created. So the kind of the value of travel program carries through all the way. So let's jump to the next one we have created, which we call one-click loyalty enrollment. And this is addressing the problem where you might have a new deal with American that includes everyone that becomes a member of their frequent flyer program get access to certain benefits. But for travelers who are not members, when they make the booking in the kind of corporate booking tool, they normally have no option to enroll. They have to do that separately. And they rarely have time to do that in the middle of making a trip planning exercise. So we have literally added the enrollment option in here as a one-click option. So we have made a booking. You can see that there's no loyalty program for American, and therefore there's a button here that says join. When we hit that button, the join button, it literally opens up a new window where everything is pre-populated, because guess what? We have it in your profile. So why not reuse those data? All the traveler has to do is to say, yes, I would like to join. I accept the T's and C's for doing so. And when they do, we immediately call American. They give us the new number and we insert it into the booking. So you are effectively getting points, status, everything the second after you click that button. It couldn't be any easier for a corporate traveler to enroll in a frequent flyer program. So that's a great example of, again, what we can do via the new channel that, guess what, was never possible in the old Edifact world, because nobody thought of that when the GDS environment was created. The third area is self-service modification. Anthony already touched on it. Self-service is becoming incredibly important for a number of reasons. First of all, most travelers literally don't want to wait for somebody else to do things for them. They want to do it themselves if they have opportunity to do so. Secondly, we, the travel industry, are running out of people who can or will work in a traditional agency system. We need to bring new people in who can work with modern, smarter tools, but we also need to move more work to the travelers so they can do it quicker themselves. So here we are showing a traveler making a change to an existing booking. We're starting by changing the departure date. This booking already exists. There's no need to call or email the agency. We just say change the date. And notice how we bring the prices back. You're literally seeing whether an option is more or less expensive than your original booking. So you have true price understanding when you make this decision. Once you select your choice, this one is $70 cheaper, then we take you through the selection. You still see that there's a price setting attached. And on the summary page, we are highlighting that you are now saving $70 compared to your original booking. And guess what? There's no need to involve an agency. There's no cost of service if you're working with a team that charges for online to becoming offline. It's literally just do it yourself and move on with your life. The final one that is kind of worth showing from a booking and service perspective is how we have created a new way for agents and travelers to do and see the same. And it might sound simple and logical because why on earth shouldn't they? But reality of life is that for 20 years, we have talked about online and offline bookings in corporate travel. It's just become a normal way of thinking about things, right? So we have changed that. We talk about bookings made on the Spotnana platform. They are either made by the traveler themselves or they are made or assisted by an agent, but they are made on the same platform with the same rules, with the same content, with the same travel policy. An offline booking can no longer break your travel policy. Everything follows the same rules and settings. So, oh, sorry, I went a little too fast here. Here we go. So we basically created a new tab that a normal traveler will not see, right? The agent tab up here. The moment we click, we get access to a special area in the platform designed for agents. And the agents can work with queues across all areas, both GDC and NDC, it doesn't matter, GDS and NDC. And they can say, I want to deliver a service for Justin. So they enter the name, pick Justin's name from the list of Justin's, and up comes the booking he has. The agent goes in, starts modifying what's there. It might be a request for a service. Select the seat for me, please. They can also be enter my TSA pre-number. The moment the service has been delivered, the agent will go down here and select from a list of predefined scripts and say, hey, I just did this for you. So they literally pick the change seat map script, enter the seat map that they gave you, and when they hit save, this will go to the traveler as a note in the mobile app. So you will know that this happened. The agent can see your entire profile, and they can also see the service history the agency have with you, everything in one place. This is modern retailing service, and there's no need to know or understand how a GDS works because you never see it. It's invisible. We even have the option to say, what's the countdown for how long you can change this booking before it will cost you money? So everything we can do to simplify life for the traveler and the agent, we will do, but it's always on the same platform with the same rules. And that's so important to understand because you will no longer talk about adoption rates at 60 or 70%. You will talk about 100% adoption rate on the platform, but with two different types of users making the booking, the traveler or the agent. Finally, all these new services and capabilities, of course, they have to be tracked and be reportable and fit into the finance and back office world. And this is the area that nobody talks about when they talk about NDC challenges. If you work with a traditional P&R environment, it will be almost impossible to get all these new services into the old back office. It's simply not built for it. The same with reporting. The reporting system lives on top of the P&R world, right? So what we have done is to create a new layer of reporting and back office kind of data transfer on top of our order management system. So here we are looking at a report that's live real time from our cloud backend with all the relevant KPIs you might want to look at, policy compliance for all American bookings across a given period, how many trips, how many bookings, because in Spotnana, a trip can contain multiple bookings, it doesn't matter. And then finally, a new element in your reporting that will become mission critical for you. Where was the booking made? And here you can see It might be offline, meaning it was made off platform but added manually. It might be in traditional Sabre GDS, or more likely, it's via the NDC channel. Logic is the technical provider American is using for their side of this technology equation. So you can see in the report where bookings were made, which is super important because you might end up with a deal in the future where you're guaranteeing a certain market share to go via NDC or via GDS. Up to you and the airline what you agree. And this new booking source component carries through in all our reporting. So no matter where you look, it's a new dimension you can search and sort by any way you want. So here you have another report showing the booking source as part of the reporting data set. That's what we can do today with these new capabilities. And believe me, we have only just started. As we go forward, there will be a constant growing list of unique capabilities that cannot exist in the old world.